Olam chesed yibane, Olam chesed yibane, Olam chesed yibane, I will build this world from love. You must build this world from love. And if we build this world from love, then God will build this world from love. Olam chesed yibane, Olam chesed yibane, Olam chesed yibane, Olam chesed yibane, Bizimatia Vayehili Lishua Ozi Bizimatia Vayehili Lishua Ozi Bizimatia Vayehili Yeshua Ozi Bezimeratia 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 Vayehili Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Vesuli Bigdash Veshachanti Betoch Am Va'anachnu to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We are going to take a moment and break out into breakout rooms to reconnect with each other and visit as we settle in to this Sabbath. So in a moment, when you see that clicker, click in, visit with your community, and we'll come back in about 5 minutes. Shabbat Shalom, Shannon.
Shabbat Shalom, Josh. How are you?
Good. Shannon, folks are in breakout rooms. You want me to
Oh,
Pick you-
sure. Just put me in with somebody.
we'll kick you over to one so you can visit with some folks, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Josh. I'll see you tomorrow, too.
I look forward to it. And thanks for inviting Madeline. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome back, Lou and Margaret and Bob and Maggie and the Dawes family. What's up, Vivian and Holden? Good to see you all.
Yo.
Hey, Vivian, Holden.
Hi.
Yo.
These guys had a big birthday this week.
Birthday. How old are you?
Digits.
10.
Oh, man. Are you kidding me?
No.
It's the beginning of the tunnel.
I think we should do two things, y'all. I think once everyone's back, I think we have most folks back, but actually there's Judd. Couldn't find you, Judd. We're in a moment going to do the blessing over our children, and then we're going to light our Shabbat candles. So two things. If you have Shabbat candles close by, bring them in front of the screen. Hold on a second, girls. Bring them close by in front of the screen. And then if you have kids, bring your kids close by and bring them in front of the screen. I see Mr. Lewis. Hi, Lewis Abrams. It's good to see you, bud. And we're going to bless our kids. Before we do that, Judd, do you think you have a Yom Huledet Sameach in you for our Vivian and Holden, since it was their birthday? And we can sing them happy birthday in Hebrew.
Yom Haledet Sameach, Yom Haledet Sameach, Yom Haledet Sameach, Yom Haledet Sameach.
Happy birthday, Vivian and Holden. We miss you all so much.
Thank you. Nice singing, Louis.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And I'm gonna put a spotlight on some of our kids. I'm gonna try a new tool. So I'm gonna put a spotlight on some of our kids. If your kids are in the screen, or if you have pictures of your kids, hold them up. If you don't, envision, and you do have kids, envision where they are in the universe. And imagine you're able to have them close by. And I'm gonna spotlight the Abrams kids and the Dawes kids.
There's a Viva.
We got lots of pictures. I see Mary's kids in picture form. Oh, and I see Heather and Herschel's kids in picture form. Beautiful. We got lots of pictures of kids spotlighted, and let's bless these kids of ours in our community, if we will. The blessing over our children is on page 48, and if you want to follow our traditions, place a hand on the top of your kiddo's head.
I guess I'm not going
And
to.
we say together,
Well, you muted again?
Mech Elohim Ephraim V'Chim Menashe. May God make you to be like Ephraim and Manasseh. Yisimech Elohim Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, V'Leah. May God make you to be like Sarah, Rachel, Rebecca, and Leah. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. May Adonai bless you and watch over you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May Adonai shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May Yah look towards you and grant you peace. Thanks, kiddos in our community. Let's see who has, I'm going to see who has candles within view, and I'm going to try to add the spotlight for you. This is my new tech effort. Who has their candles within view? Ben and Beth, Shabbat Shalom, you have your candles. I'm going to spotlight you all. And Rose has her candles. I'll spotlight you. And Andrea has her candles. Beautiful. Larry's got his candles. Barb and Sherry, look at all these candles. I'm going to pause for a second, bring my candles into the forefront. Let's all light our candles together. And then we'll judge some of them.
We're unmuted. We're live.
Asher Kishano B'mitzvotav ציוונו להדליק נר, להדליק נר של שבת. Page 3.
Just in time, I just lit candles, eh?
Gale, 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 na. Ufos chavivi olai, etzukat, shlomecha. Gale, 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 na. Ufos chavivi olai, etzukat, etzukat, shlomecha. Page 8. Womemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachanu lecha kodsho. Womemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachanu lecha kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu womemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachanu lecha kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachanu lecha kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachanu lecha kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachanu lecha kodsho. Page 11 is Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi, Nikra Kala, Ani Shabbat, Nikavela. Lecha Dodi, Nikra Kala, Ani Shabbat, Nikavela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad. השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד ושמו תפארת ולי תהילה. לך דודי נקרא כלה בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי נקרא כלה בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכוונך כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נשמחה. סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי נקרא כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי שיר דבר לי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי נקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי נקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה בוא בי בשלום עטרת בלה גם בשמחה ואצלה עולה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי נקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי נקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי נקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי נקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה. Please join me for the Baruch Hu on page 16. You don't have to rise yet, but you can rise at the Hebrew part, whatever works for you. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Do 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 do. Do 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 Blessed is the blessed one, blessed is the giver of blessing, blessed is this moment, now and every now to come. Blessed is the blessed one, blessed is the giver of blessing, blessed is this moment, now and every now to come. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Do 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 do
Carl, would you lead us in Ma'ariv, Aravim, page 16?
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בדברו מעריב ערבים, בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו, בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך, והושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו.
אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים.
With eternal love, you have loved the house of Israel, your people. Torah and mitzvot, laws and statutes you taught us. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we arise, we will discuss your laws and rejoice in the words of your Torah and in the mitzvot forever and ever. Because they are our life and the length of our days, and on them we will meditate day and night. Never take away your love from us. Blessed are you, Adonai, lover of your people Israel.
כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבנתך ודברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם המזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Page 20. למען תזכרו ועשיתם כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Mi chamocha is on page 21. Who is like you, Adonai? מי כמוך בעלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. ידי 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 בתך ראו בניך, בוא קיים לפני משה, זה עניינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר יפדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, בחמדנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, בחמדנו מלכנו לחיים. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם. Sometimes I wake beneath the moon, thank God I'm breathing. I say, please don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around. 'Cause all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say, we don't wanna fight no more, there'll be no more war, and the children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, בחמדנו מלכנו חיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, בחמדנו מלכנו לחיים. Fellows, hallelujah, sukkot, shalom mecha, uveros, Sukkot Shalom Mecha.
Rose, I'll invite you if you have either an interest in reading that beautiful prayer about peace, or if you have another piece that you might surprise us with to join
Yeah.
and read.
I'll surprise you. I want everyone to know I do this because I asked Judd if I could read that prayer, and then he kept calling on me. But I would like, and one of my things is I would like another woman, if she's interested, to do this instead of me or take turns or something. But I'm having fun, so that's okay. So today I have The Empty Chair, Finding Hope and Joy, Timeless Wisdom from a Hasidic Master, Rebbe Nachman of Breslov. And I know some of you know this book. And the first thing they have in it is Rebbe Nachman of Breslov taught, no, a person walks in life on a very narrow bridge. The most important thing is not to be afraid. And then he has many other things he says, but this I love. And that, by the way, has been set to music, so maybe Judd would like to learn it because it's terrific. Get into the habit of singing a tune. It will give you new life and fill you with joy. Get into the habit of dancing. It will displace depression and dispel hardship. And that's some of the wisdom from the Rebbe.
Beautiful, Rose. Thank you. And as Rose shared, if you'd like to get more actively involved in the service, reach out to me or Judd, and we'd love to get you actively involved. And Rose, thank you for sharing wisdom and voice. I'll share, we're transitioning, we're taking that piece from Rose's wisdom and Rev Nachman's wisdom, and we're going to use it to drive forward into the Amidah next. And the Amidah starts with a blessing over our ancestors, remembering Rev Nachman and others who came before us in our community. It starts with calling in our ancestors. And in this week's Parsha, in the midst of Moses's struggle for redemption and freedom, there's a strange inclusion of a lineage. It doesn't fit. There's a story of Moses, and then right in the middle, there's a story of our ancestors. It's just a pure lineage. And our sages teach that in the midst of our stories, there's time and importance to pause, like Rose just did with us, and bring the wisdom of our ancestors forward as we work towards redemption, as we work towards freedom. We'll start with the Amidah. If you'd like to join us on page, we'll do the Amidah on page 25 in our prayer books.
Yikada Shemeh Rabba, V'amar divrach yotev yamlich malchuteh, b'chai echon v'yom echon, uv'chai echol Beit Yisrael, b'gala uv'izman kari v'meru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba mevarach, le'lam u'lamei almaya yitbarach, Yibach v'yishtabach, v'yipa'av v'yitmarmam v'yitnaseh v'yithada v'yitale v'yithalal, shemei dekudesha buichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, dameran d'alma v'yamavu amen. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 Adonai. na 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 שפתי תפתח na 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 ופי יגיד תהילתך na 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 שפתי תפתח na 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 ופי יגיד תהילתך Shalom Rav Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Ki ata Melech Adon לכל השלום כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם טוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה לשלומך שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם תשים לעולם תשים לעולם.
Let's transition to our healing prayers, our Misha Berach. And I'd ask that you take a moment to think about those people in your lives who are in need of healing. And if you're willing, close your eyes and open your heart and hold those people in your mind's eye. Hold them in your heart, see them. And we wish for them together this prayer. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are holding in our hearts and in our minds. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored, their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and of spirit. And let us say, Amen.
Anaena, 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 Wafanala, Anaena, 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 Wafanala.
If you'd like, and it'd be appropriate to bring the name of a loved one who is in need of healing into our community, please unmute yourself. I'll call on you and we can hold that individual and their name in our hearts as we transition to a prayer with Judd about healing. Bob and Maggie.
My wife, Maggie.
Thank you, Bob. Charlene and Al.
Galen Merrill and Mike Allison.
Thanks, Al. Jerry and Barb.
Deborah Davis, Chayla Newmark, Joseph Tavalaro,
Andrea Abrams,
Tom Walsh.
Tom Walsh.
Thank you, Jerry and Barb.
Robert Reynolds.
Rose.
Ron, my husband.
Thank you, Rose. Mike.
Florence Firstman, Seymour Elk, and my mother, Frances Shore.
Thank you, Mike. Margaret and Lou.
All those in our country who need healing.
Thank you, Lou. I'd like to add, I'm thinking about and praying for healing for Hudson DeWeese, my cousin. I'm thinking about community members, Jordan Davis, Cheryl Flug. Thinking about dear friends, Tom and Ingrid Temple, and my nephew, Max Williams.
ישבו אליהם ומחבש לאט שפתם מונה מספר לכוכבים לכולם שמו תקרא Healer of the broken-hearted, binder of their wounds, counter of uncountable stars. You know where they are. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Anna, Elna, Lufana. Healer of the broken-hearted, binder of our wounds, counter of uncountable stars. You know who we are.
Thank you, Judd. This week's Parsha is Vayeri. And to keep track and keep you aligned in terms of where we are, we're in the second book of the Torah, we're in Exodus. We're in the second Parsha in the book of Exodus. And if you really want to dive into it, come to our study session tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. It's been really rich and engaging. And hopefully soon we'll be able to do it in person too with bagels and coffee. But for now, it's really good conversation. This is a really profound and powerful story. And it's one we know well because we're essentially retelling in depth the story that we retell every spring at Passover. This is the story in this week's Parsha of the seven out of the 10 plagues. It's the story where we're retold about Moses's hesitation to step into this leadership role. It's what when we read about God hardening Pharaoh's heart and then Pharaoh saying no to letting people go, and we struggle with those ideas. It's full of interesting things for us to dive into. And in particular, the piece that stood out to me is this idea of Moses and Moses's arc of leadership, and the wondering that I had based on questions that Moses continued to ask God. And this wondering is whether Moses felt like he was up to the task, whether he felt like he was falling short of God's expectations. And I wonder if any of us ever feel like that, like we just keep on falling short of expectations. I feel that at times, especially when there is so much need in our communities and in our world right now. Heavy expectations and repeated struggle. And sometimes I want to skip ahead. I want to understand how things will work out. And I know we can't do that in life. And even if we could, we really wouldn't want to. But reading a good story is a bit different. And so this week, I wanted to be reminded how Moses' story worked out. And so I skipped ahead to the end of the Torah. And I know I do this sometimes, so my apologies. And it's a spoiler alert. So if you don't want to, if you forgot what happens at the end of the Torah, turn off your Zoom volume for a second. But I skipped to the last line of the Torah in the book of Deuteronomy, because I wanted to remember what happened to Moses at the end, one of our main characters who we were just introduced to last week. The fourth to the last line in the Torah is one of my favorites in all of the 5,800 some odd verses in Torah. This is what we read. Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eyes had not dimmed and his vigor had not diminished. Can you picture it? Moses on his deathbed, full of life. He brought his people through the wilderness to the brink of the promised land. They're almost there and he knows they'll get in. He's bringing his people to a land of milk and honey. His eyes had not dimmed, his vigor had not diminished. And because we snuck ahead, because I snuck ahead, we read this beautiful depiction of Moses' death, that maybe we might suspect that Moses led simply a blessed life, free from hardship and heartache, that he was one of those folks that was just successful at every point along his ventures. Rabbi Sachs, may his memory be a blessing, shared a beautiful teaching, and it was rooted in this letter by Yitzhak Hunter. And Yitzhak Hunter wrote this letter to one of his pupils that was struggling to learn Talmud. And in the letter, the rabbi shared this. It's a failing many of us suffer is that when we focus on the high attainments of great people, we discuss how they are complete in this or that area while omitting mention of the inner struggles that had previously raged within them. A listener would get the impression that these individuals sprang from the hand of their creator in a state of perfection. I've been off Facebook for a bit now. I still have an account, but I don't go there often. And social media, I've found can be really challenging for lots of us for lots of reasons. There are more and more studies linking increased use of social media to anxiety and depression. And Rabbi Sachs shares in his book, Morality, he shares that we find ourselves in this space measuring the reality of our own lives against the edited, sometimes artificially and artistically enhanced versions of others' lives that we encounter on social media. Sounds similar to this teaching by Yitzhak Hunter. Could you imagine the social media version of Moses' life? Hey, it's me, Moses, living life in Egypt, son of a king. Hey, it's me, Moses, decided to move and change careers. I'm a shepherd now, so much fun. Hey, it's me, Moses, went back to free my people. Here we are on the other side of the Red Sea, hanging with my sis Miriam, dancing with timbrels, celebrating our people. Hey, it's me, Moses, took a while, but I got my people to my homeland. Milk and honey everywhere, gotta run now. Hashtag eyes not dimmed, hashtag vigor not diminished. Did I mention I've been talking
What does
to
that say? What? What's that?
I'm glad that we read the whole Torah every year instead of having the social media version of it. In last week and this week's Parsha, we see Moses' struggle, and it is real. He was left in the Nile as a baby to hopefully be found. Luckily, it worked out. He had to leave his homeland because he killed a guard of his adopted dad's troops. He's a bit unsure of himself. He constantly questions himself. Why did you send me, God? Why me? I have sealed lips. I don't have the ability to express myself. He hasn't seen much early success in his mission sent on by God. The children of Israel haven't listened to me. He's given a transformational staff. He throws it on the ground. Pharaoh's magicians can do that too. How about turning the Nile to blood? Yeah, we can do that one too. 7 plagues, one after another. Pharaoh's answer, no to letting our people go. The story's complete in the Torah, struggle and all. So what can we learn from this? Rabbi Hunter wraps up his letter to his student who is struggling with the study of Talmud with the following. Know, however, my dear friend, that your soul is rooted not in the tranquility of the good inclination, but in the battle of the good inclination. Moses fails 7 times in this chapter, and it would be easy for us to have this takeaway. Aha, a righteous person falls 7 times, but rises again. That's the lesson, right? The righteous person falls 7 times, and despite this, rises up. But Rabbi Hunter shares that this is not the interpretation he hopes we take away. Rather, the wise teaching he wants us to take away is this, is that the essence of the righteous person's rising is because of their 7 falls. We all at different times, maybe it's this week, maybe it's last week, maybe it's next week, have our own struggles that we're grappling with. Struggles real. May our struggles, may our failings, may our fallings lead us on the path towards righteousness. Shabbat Shalom, y'all.
Thanks, Josh. Alina's on page 41. I invite you to rise. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו חורים ומסתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. והשב אותה, השם אותה אל לבביך, אל לבביך, כי אדוני, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, הוא האלוהים. והשב אותה, והשב אותה אל לבביך, אל לבביך, כי אדוני, כי אדוני הוא אלוהים, הוא אלוהים ונאמן. והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד. You may be seated.
Mourner's Kaddish can be found on page 44 in our online Siddur. And I'd like to take a moment to allow those who are in a period of mourning, whether you're sitting Shiva or in Shloshim, or this is the year, within the year of an anniversary of a loved one's death. If it's a yard site, the anniversary of a loved one's death, or you're just holding a loved one in your heart that is no longer with us, take a moment to bring the name of that individual into our community. And then we'll say the Mourner's Kaddish together. If you'd like to share a name, please unmute yourself and I'll call on you to share the names. Larry.
Sure, my mother, Jeanette Zuckerman.
Thank you, Larry. Gary.
My brother, David Rubin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. That's Lulav. Lulav, are you and Mom thinking about someone? Would you like to unmute and share?
Angela.
You're thinking about Angela or a neighbor. Thanks, Lulav. Ben and Beth.
Joseph and Arnold.
Thank you, Ben.
I was looking. I'm gonna raise you.
Shannon and Larry.
I
Keep
think
your
he's
hands
saying something.
My sister, Karuna Thal.
Thank you, Larry. Janet.
Larry Zuckerman and my friend Penny's husband, who died this week. His name is Bill Bella.
Thank you, Janet. Barb and Jerry.
Jocelyn Mackins, she was the head of the land trust here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Barb. Heather and Herschel.
Murat Nastirov, Albert Josephite, and Marcus Borg.
Thank you, Heather. In a moment, Judd will share the names of the community members that we're remembering, and then I'll ask if you're in a period of mourning that you stand and feel free to unmute yourself, and we'll say the Mourner's Kaddish together. If it's in your tradition, if you'd like to stand in support of those who are mourning, feel free. Judd, would you share the names of our community members?
Dr. Stuart Joel Abrams, Todd Bergstein, Ellen Doss, Arthur Fracht, Ellen Hirschfield, Susan Herman, David Holmes, Jeffrey Joel, Stephen Capello, Phil Kalani, Emmy Knobloch, David Kornblum, Hillary Leberfeld, Jan Levinson, Sally Mortensen, Larry Reeser, Ron Sapol, Scott Stachel, David Turkier, David Goldfarb, Elliot Sussman, Herb Lip, Larry Nussdorf, Jim Wolfenson, Elaine Wolfenson.
Thank you, Judd. The Mourner's Kaddish in our prayer book is on page 44. And if you'd like to try to unmute to try to say this together, please feel free. Yit Gadal v'yit Gadash me'era ve'amad divrat ve'alamich malchutei b'chayechon v'bechon u'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'bizman kariv amen. Yehi Rabba ve'olam ulmei amaya Yisparach v'yishbach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithalel v'yithalal shnei b'kudshah le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata u'shbechata v'nechemata damiram ve'amal amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim Alenu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom U'mav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel Ve'imru
Amen.
Say shalom b'momah, we are say shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, ve'imu amenu. Say shalom b'momah, we are say shalom aleinu. Ve'akol Yisrael, ve'imu amen. Ya'aseh shalom, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
Mary Grossman, what you got for us?
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thanks for coming today. It's great to see all the families, Dosses, Krasnows, who else is here? All the little kids. It's awesome. Just a Torah study tomorrow at 10, as Josh mentioned, and then next week, hi Holden. Next week, same thing, Shabbat, we're going to continue Shabbat services weekly and Torah study weekly, so stay tuned. We are going to be doing something for Tu B'Shabbat, so stay tuned. And book study, Yiddish book club people, I think everyone's been notified and gotten a book. Yes, I haven't gotten mine, but I think some people have. Nora, no? Shannon, not yet? Larry Zuckerman, did you get yours?
No book, just notification.
Okay, I guess they're coming soon. Heather got hers. So anyway, Shabbat Shalom. Great to see everybody. Oh, and for those of you, pay attention, COVID vaccinations start Monday. So for 80 and older, then 75 and older the following week, and 70 and older the week after that.
Mary, I think they're starting Thursday.
Well, yes, the actual appointments, but the registration opens on Monday for 75 and older.
For 75, yeah.
And last week on Monday, 80 and older opened, and so get on in there.
Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hashayit, Malchei Hayon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Shalom, Malchei Shalom, Malchei Hayon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni Shalom, Malchei Shalom, Malchei Hayon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitem Shalom, Malchei Shalom, Malchei Hayon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. If you've got some wine, let's do a kiddush.
Judd, I'm going to try to spotlight some folks. Give me one sec. I'm trying this new because Mary asked me to. I'm going to spotlight Larry and his Kiddush cup. And I'm going to spotlight Al and Charlene and their Kiddush cups. And Rose has got a shiny Kiddush cup. Ben, look at that glass of wine. I love it. Ben and Robin in their Kiddush cups. Oh, Jerry and Barb. Okay, we could keep on going for a while. I'll keep doing that while you lead us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shavah kodsho v'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh b'reishit. כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו בחרת, אותנו קידשת, מכל העמים, ושבע קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Beautiful. And let's see what kind of challahs we have around the room. I'll spotlight some other folks. Hold up a challah if you've got one. And I'm sorry if I didn't spotlight you. If you had wine, I couldn't get through everyone. Hopefully next week. Gary Rubin, let's spot. Holy cremoli. Look at that challah in the Rubin household. And Gary, it's so wonderful to see you and your kiddos. I like that Middlebury sweatshirt. Shannon and Larry have a beautiful challah, and the Close family. Oh my goodness gracious, Theo, that challah is literally twice the size of your head. Oh, there's a Rose Novak has a beautiful challah. I'm probably missing Nora. We've got a Rhode Island challah, and I think, Nora, didn't you say that's your own recipe? And then Ben, and oh my God, look at that. Oh my gosh, that's a dog and a challah. I'm going to spotlight you guys, Ben and Robin. Look at that. Friends, let's, I might have missed someone. I'm sorry if I did, but if you don't have a challah, reach out and imagine that we're gathering together in community. Like hopefully we will be able to do together again soon. And let's bless some challah together and break bread.
We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together. As our grateful prayer is said, Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech hamotzi lechem haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Please unmute and visit.
I want to.
Who wants?
Sure. The oven is at 400. You can put it right in. Oh.
Rose,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thank you,